Anxiety and depression in the spiritual or the ascension journey, what is its significance and how to handle it? So if you're a light worker, if you're an empath, if you are facing anxiety, depression, a lot of unhealed traumas that is coming into your experience as you're going through your spiritual awakening journey, and if it is stopping you from interacting with people, stopping you from trusting people, stopping you from, doing things you love due to these anxieties, which can be sometimes very, very overwhelming, right? In this video, I'm going to share with you insights into why these anxieties, why this depression comes when you are evolving to your higher version, evolving to your higher stage of consciousness, and how you can handle it when they come, right? So if this is a relevant topic for you, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification if you have not already, so that you get notified whenever I release a new video. So if you're a light worker, if you're an empath, these anxieties, this depression, which sometimes can become an entire dark night of the soul experience, where you probably would be going through really intense moments where a lot of unhealed traumas from the past can surface all at once, can be quite debilitating, right? I have gone through my own dark night of the soul experience twice. The first night, dark night of the soul experience came when I was around, when I was in my early 20s, and the second dark night of the soul came in 2019, and it lasted till mid 2020, and it was very, very dark. It was very, very intense. It came with a whole lot of depression, existential crisis, and a whole lot of anxiety along with it. And it was dark. So if you are going through some of these experiences, I know what you're going through, because I have been in your shoes in a way, right? In this video, I'm going to share with you some of my own experiences, as well as share with you how I was able to go through these experiences, and how you can handle it when they are coming at you, right? In the end of this video, I'm also going to give with you a simple tool which you can use on a daily basis, so that you can handle this anxiety, this depression when they come, which can be quite challenging sometimes, I know, right? When I was going through my dark night of the soul experience from 2019 to mid 2020, the second one, so much anxiety came in, it stopped me from doing the things people normally can do. For example, doing my business properly. Back at that time I used to be a productivity coach, and meeting with people, all that stuff just was not as easy anymore. It's because I was going through such anxiety, and the depression that came along with that was not the normal kind of depression, as in the depression for the loss of a loved one or a broken relationship, or something else that is materialistic. It was a spiritual depression. It was an existential crisis led depression. All the big meaning of life questions, for example, what is the meaning of life? Why am I here? What is this reality? What is the purpose of this all? And all of these things just became so much important for me. In 2019 to mid 2020, it was like it was the only thing that mattered to me, as if all the other things just fell down in the list, and this existential crisis and these questions took over, as if I wanted to know the meaning of life and have a deeper understanding of what life is, have a sort of enlightenment, and let's say that I was seeking. Without that, it felt that my life would be meaningless, and it was very dark. And some other video I will talk about in depth about my dark night of the soul experience, but this anxiety and the depression came during the spiritual awakening journey. And as I mentioned, I went through dark night of the soul experiences twice. The first time when I was in 20s, it lasted for about 4 years or something, on and off. There were peak moments where it was incredibly intense, and there were moments where I was able to still do things, but it was going on in the background. But what I want to share with you is this: both these times when I was going through the dark night of the soul, it brought the anxiety, it brought the depression, it brought up the unhealed traumas, to deal with. And both these times, the anxieties and the depression and the traumas were very similar nature, and they were all like spiritually connected. So it was kind of like made clear to me that it's all connected with my spiritual awakening journey. And the first time I came out of my dark night of the soul experience, from the first episode, back at that time, before that time, I used to be in the victim stage of consciousness. It's a stage of consciousness which I have coined the victim stage. It's because in that stage of consciousness, one constantly is afraid of reality. One does not have strength and confidence about himself or herself, and one is in a constant protective mode. So that was the kind of person I used to be. So dark night of the soul came in, the first one. I came out of it, and it evolved me to what I now call the hero stage of experience, the hero stage of evolution, or the warrior stage of evolution, right? It was the stage where I was able to not stay in protective mode, but go at the world, follow my passion, follow my dreams. It was that time I went for my entrepreneurial dreams and came out of my shell. And the powers I realized was my willpower and my intellect, right? So the first dark night of the soul opened me up to my warrior stage, to my hero stage. And I was not in a protective mode anymore. I was like, now I know what my powers are. Now I can utilize my willpower. Now I can utilize my intellect and go get the things that I want. It broke me up from my introvertish self to this, go-getter kind of version. So the last version died and the second version came in, right? And the second dark night of the soul, which came very recently in 2019 till 2020, it again evolved me from the hero stage of consciousness to what I call the wizard stage of consciousness, where I was not relying, where I found myself to not only dependent on the willpower or on the intellect only as ways to operate in reality. That is, the dark night of the soul opened me up to connect with my inner guidance system, to connect with my intuition, which is something I did not used to trust. I did not used to trust or listen to my intuition as much, but the dark night of the soul kind of opened me up to it. It's an entire experience. Maybe someday I'm going to talk about that. But what I want to share with you is, if you are going through these experiences, if you are on your spiritual awakening journey and you are facing these anxieties, this depression, these traumas are coming up all at once and it feels very, very overwhelming, it has a purpose. It has a significance in the journey. It's not all negative. Any experience has a value. Any experience, be it positive, be it negative, be it intense, be it not intense, be it light, be it dark, has a value, because all experiences are like waves on the sea or on the ocean. Like if you're in a beach and waves are coming at you, and if the wave comes at you and if you try to fight with the wave, what happens is you're going to hit yourself, you're going to hurt yourself, and you're not going to have fun, you're not going to enjoy, you're not going to be up-leveled. All experiences come to help us up-level to a higher stage of consciousness, which is what actually means is to up-level us to move to a higher state of harmony, a state of higher state of frequency of state of being, right? So when an experience comes, let's say a dark experience, when it comes, like anxiety, like depression, like traumas, when they come, If we fight with it, if we resist it, if we like become tense, if we contract, what happens is the experience does not get a chance to integrate. The experience does not get a chance to give us the evolution that it has come to give us, because we resisted it, because we thought that the experience has to be pushed away. The experience is negative and I don't want it, and what happens? It's like a wave coming at you. You think that you don't want it, you try to fight with it, but what happens? The wave hits you and it hits you hard, and you feel the hurt, but you have not up leveled, because the next time the similar kind of a wave comes, you are going to be fearful again. See, the wave is not positive, the wave is not negative. Similarly, an experience is neither positive nor negative. It is the resistance or the openness that we have in our state of being to a certain experience that is actually gives it the feeling of whether it's a positive or a negative experience. That is what I have found in my experience. Really, whenever we resist a wave, when it hits us, it feels like the wave is bad, the wave has come to hurt us and everything. But we all know that when you're in the beach, when you do not resist the wave, when you kind of like, stay relaxed and align with the wave, and the wave comes and you make a little, jump, and the waves goes through you. As you align with the force of the wave goes through you, and you don't feel the force anymore. It's like I rode the wave in a way, right? And if we know about surfing, I don't surf, but I have seen surfers. That is, all surfers do is they align with the wave. They ride big waves. They just align with the waves. They don't fight with the waves, right? And in that way, when a big wave comes, they try to align their boat along with it, align the boat with the, the angle of the wave, and they ride the wave. Once they have ridden a small wave, they up level and they have the joy of riding the wave, and it's fun, and they immediately up level in a sense. Now they can ride even bigger waves, and when they ride the bigger wave, maybe they will fail first, but once they learn, by not resisting the wave, by aligning with the wave, they are even ready for even bigger waves, for even greater excitement, for even greater joy, greater adventure, greater everything, right? So life is very much like that. In these ascension times, a lot of intense experiences in terms of, in what comes to you, which sometimes feels like, like big waves, like it's like high energy experiences are coming at you, okay? And when they come at you, when you resist it, what happens is you do not get a chance to up level. And then the next wave comes, again you don't get a chance, and it all become an experience of suffering. So that was what was happening for me during my dark night of the soul. I was feeling so much hurt because all these negative things were coming. What I was not able to recognize is actually it was not supposed to be as challenging. It will be challenging. Dark night of the soul and one of these experiences which come to up level you really fast. See, these big waves are coming during this ascension periods. It's because it wants to up level you really fast, to move you from point A to point B really fast at an accelerated pace, so that you learn the higher ways of living, operating in reality. And because they are coming really fast, if you are not open to it, it can be very, very challenging, right? And what is needed is the understanding that the experience of anxiety, the experience of depression, the experience of the unhealed traumas that are resurfacing, they are not bad in itself. They feel bad because once we are in it, once the experience are coming to us, we immediately contract, we immediately tense up, we immediately try to resist the experience instead of thinking it like a wave. And when they come, we actually need to relax. We actually need to say to ourselves, okay, big experience is coming. I'm in this, tense moment right now. All I need to do is relax and relax and ease up, because what's happening is these intense experiences are coming, and when you relax, when you don't contract, they will give you the integration, they will give you the evolution, and then they will go away smoothly. And you will learn the lessons from it, you know. So when this anxiety and the depression and the unhealed traumas resurface, when you are in the midst of it and you're feeling it, I want you to do this. When the next time it comes, do it like an experiment. Just relax. Relax when the experience comes and don't tense up, right? Once you do that, you will notice that you are not as anxious, that the anxiety is not spiraling off anymore, you see? And you will be able to go through the experience in more harmony, right? And once that happens, you will notice that you are up leveling. It will happen slowly, right? So this is what I wanted to give you. If you have found this video lesson helpful, give this video a like. If you have not already, subscribe to my channel. And I have a simple grounding meditation that I have created and in a course called the 7-day resonance game, where I teach you to connect with your inner guidance system so that you can maneuver through your spiritual awakening journey with ease and comfort without the unnecessary suffering and the struggle that comes with it. It will be challenging though, but when you connect with your inner guidance system, you can go through your spiritual awakening journey with so much ease. So I have created a 7-day course for it. So if you want to, it's a completely free course called the 7-day resonance game, where I teach you how to connect with your inner guidance system, and after 7 days you will be able to see in clear metrics how much your state of being has improved, right? And you will be able to go through your spiritual awakening journey with ease and harmony. So if you want it, I have a Facebook group for lightworkers only. All you have to do is click on the link. The link is given in the description below, and join my Facebook group. The moment you join my Facebook group, you will be getting the access to the 7-day resonance game, right? And I will teach you how to connect with your inner guidance system. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and it has been helpful. Leave it in the comment which part of my wisdom and experiences that I've shared with you has been helpful, and what are some of the challenges that you're facing in your spiritual awakening journey. Leave it in the comments, right? I'll maybe do a video on that particular topic. So have a great day. Namaste and have a great day. I'll meet you soon. Bye bye.